is Orsi, and this is going to be a This Happened video, which I haven't filmed for months. I haven't even checked when was the last time that I did it. I meant to do it in January, and then, you know. So this is gonna be, I don't know, like the past few months. And I'm gonna sit in the sideways so you can just look at my beautiful, not real, but beautiful tulips, because, you know, I think that's beautiful. And it's sunshiny and it kind of signals spring. We will see. So I made a few notes, but I just want to generally go through what happened in the last few months, because when I started filming these videos, my point or goal was to keep track of things. So when I look back, I will have some sort of a record. Kind of, more or less, I did that. So yeah, I was supposed to get a haircut by now, but first I was sick, and the hairdresser, which is a new one that I made the appointment with, was you know, like, got delayed, and she asked me if I can go like more than an hour later, but that was last, what is it today? Today's Sunday. Last 2 weeks, almost 2 weeks ago, Monday. But you know, I was like, I can't. I felt like that was part of it when I started to get sick. So I was like, please, let's reschedule. And I was very, very, you know, like, grateful for not needing to go actually that day. But unfortunately, since then, she didn't get back to me, and the option for booking a new appointment is not available. So I'm assuming she's sick as well. So I'm still waiting, but I am ready. And I was not prepared with this, but I am ready to go back being a short pixie purple haired girl, because I miss my purple hair. I mean, I knew when I stopped dyeing my hair purple that at some point I'm gonna go back. Just, you know, it gets very, just mendoxai, that's a good word, very annoying to, you know, all the time bleach your hair and then dye it, because it's annoying. I can't afford to go to a hairdresser and get it done, because that would be like a really expensive, especially in every 3 weeks or so. So no way. But yeah, so that's something that I was hoping to get done by now, but it didn't happen. So maybe in the next one, maybe next month, it will be different. But pretty much, yeah, that pretty much the end of last year was about exams. It was work, exams, getting sick, because I took a few days off to study in December, and promptly my body was like, okay, finally we have time, let's get sick. So I went to, I couldn't study as much as I wanted, which I have to plan more in advance now in this semester, for sure. But I passed everything. Some classes were disappointing, because I think the outcome wasn't fair. Some were surprising, and I'm not gonna complain. So, you know, it's balanced. But yeah, I'm doing it to get the paper, the degree in the end. So it's a bit disappointing in that sense, because I wish it would be more. But yeah, whatever. And the new semester started last week. Was it last week? No, the previous week. But I couldn't go because I was sick. So I had to I missed the first 2 days, which is, you know, we are doing it as part-timers or correspondence students. I don't know which one is the correct English one. So we have classes in blocks every 2 weeks for 3 months, and then in the 4th and 5th month we get 2 days. and then exams again. So I missed out on the first one, but you know, what can you do? So I don't know how the new ones are so far, but we will see. I have normal, like pretty cool, okay-ish. I know it doesn't sound that good, but classmates. So you know, hopefully I will get everything that I missed out on. Like I got the information. They were nice to update me on how the classes went, but I haven't checked how the note taking went, because I'm the official note taker in the class because I take notes on my iPad. So yeah, everyone was disappointed when I said that I can go in for the first one. But you know, let's hope that I didn't miss a lot. New year, new me. No, definitely not. But I find it very interesting that as soon as I started embracing the hermit in me for the new year, and I was actually like pretty good, and I'm still good with the whole hermit energy. As soon as I did that, options and invitations for leaving the country started rolling in. Which is like, this would be the year when I'm supposed to be, you know, like staying inside and just not go out and not socialize and just and like that's what I want. And just work on myself and work on things, because I have a lot that I want to, you know, to deal with. But my friend, my childhood best friend, invited me over to Manchester for my birthday. I didn't say anything because I know like a couple of you live around there, but I only went for like, I don't even know, it was like 2 days all together, because I went on Friday but arrived late at night, so almost at midnight, so that doesn't count. And then I had my birthday the 1st of February there, Saturday, which we visited a couple of libraries and a gallery, a museum. I forgot the name. I'm assuming it's some Museum of Manchester, whatever. You know, ate, and then pretty much that was the whole day. And then on Sunday afternoon, I was already coming back. So, you know, there was no time to actually meet up with people. I would really like to meet everyone who lives in the UK. So I'm hoping at some point I can just go and, you know, spend a few days here and there and meet with you guys, because that would be cool. You're always welcome to visit me if you want to, let me know. But yeah, that was the first one. And then I decided to visit my friend in Germany. So in March, I'm visiting her. And then it looks like I'm gonna go somewhere in April as well. It's not final, it's nothing, you know, like actually booked or anything. So I'm not saying that but you know, it's like a trip in every month so far. So I don't really get it, because you know, it's where's the hermity energy? And I know the hermit doesn't just mean, you know, like stepping back. Sometimes you need to step forward once you spent enough time in the hermit state, but I'm definitely not there. It's not about that. So I just find it interesting. But yeah, that's the hermit energy. I also I showed my planner that I got last year, which was a plan for all, maybe. It's a Hungarian brand. But what I did for this year, I bought the Homonichi Day Free in, I think it's the A6 size. And obviously this is my luck, because, you know, Murphy is my friend and Murphy's Law. As soon as I was like, okay, I'm gonna pay for it, and because it's not a cheap one, the paper quality went even worse than before ever. So, you know, this is the shittiest paper Hobonichi ever produced for the planners, so obviously I have it. But because you can see that I did the Inkvent calendar, and this is the other side of the ink swatches. And I know that this is a thin paper, and that's a lot of ink, but not as much. It shouldn't be like this. So this is not okay. That's not okay for like a Tomoe River paper. But it's not as bad, to be honest. It could be worse. But the other thing that I changed is that I started tracking my tarot cards in a way that I used the ink that I was making the note in the monthly page, and then I mark it which card is here. But I was starting to use just whatever pen, and after a while I don't like how it looks, because if you look at the cards, yeah, you can see which one comes out the most, but there wasn't, I don't know, I didn't really like how it's all over the place color wise. So obviously, because I decided that I'm just gonna try everything in this planner and move into a bigger one, because of course as soon as I was like, this size is working for me, I started making those collages, and I realized that no, I need a bigger one. So as soon as I'm done with this one, I'm moving into an A5 size. Because that's why I'm just practicing and trying at everything in this one. What did I wanted to show you? Oh yeah, the new updated version. Where is it? Where is it? Didn't put the monkeys on it. So I changed the system, and now the green or shiny turquoise color is the daily pool. This ochre, I don't know how do you say that, color is the weekly pool, and the pink one is the monthly. And besides it looking like ice cream or like candy, I think this is gonna be better because I can see if, for example, this card, it came out in every type of reading. So I will make a note mentally, not like literally, that this was more significant throughout the year when all the three readings had that card than when just one type of like dailies. Like the tower was already featured in daily readings and weekly readings as well, not monthly yet. But the tower keeps coming out for me. I'm not kidding. So I don't know. And I keep playing around with different type of collages. This is this week's collage because I bought this new washi tape and the green, everything. The washi's are new and the stickers as well. And I got a bunch of stickers for my birthday as a present. So obviously I started using everything, but I need more stickers with these colors. So I'm really trying to do the whole, weekly readings, and I did the monthly. Also tried the monthly in a different way. I like that was very colorful and I don't know, in a pinkish greenish way. I tried to make notes, and for February I actually left a page empty for reflections. So what I want to do is not just keep my initial thoughts about my reading. So I don't know how well I can show this once I'm done with it, because I make more personal notes in it now than I did previously. But I want to make reflections as well, so go through with it, work with the readings, not just pull the cards and then just add them in my journal and then forget about it. I want to work with the readings more in depth this year than I did previously. And I did the whole envelope system for this year, so I absolutely have no idea what I pulled for each month, and I think it already helps because I know that I spend a lot unconsciously, I guess, last year with looking at what I had in the month, and based on how I felt about those cards, looking ahead and trying to figure out what they meant. But it's not good because, you know, I need the fresh information and go into the month with that energy that I'm feeling at that moment when I pull the cards or get the cards out, and not with some preformed notion of what this might be, because then I'm not actually using the advice of the cards, but I'm trying to fit what I experience or what I think into the cards, if you know, if this makes any sense. I also started to play around with monthly setups because I really like when, you know, like for February, I was trying to be all romantic and whatnot. I like those setups when you make these shorter pages and, you know, okay, this is not anything special because I don't really track anything. I don't really do anything. So all I did was just made a tinier monthly calendar and then some dates and then again a monthly where I can just add more things that I need, like appointments and stuff like that. And I don't necessarily like how this looks. I like this. Not necessarily. But yeah, I like it. So I will definitely do something like that for March as well. I should do it today, but we will see. But yeah, this is so far my I can't say it's new type of journaling about my readings, but right now I'm not using my digital planner, which I did for last year. But you know, I think it's just I'm physically capable of sticking to something and just doing that all the time. So maybe it's just me. The problem is definitely with me. And well, look at the tiny cat that my nephew drew. He drew this one and then I put it in here because why not? And I have a few Tombow felt tips. Is that the name? I started down the more expensive and pricey road of Tombow. Whatever it's called, markers. At least it's expensive here, you know. I'm assuming in the US it's not that expensive, but it's imported, so you know it's not cheap. But I don't mind because I really like the colors. But also, I have number 26, and this is how it looked when I first tried it, and up until like last week. But today, when I opened, when I removed the what is it called, the cap, this is how it looks now. But as you can see, there was some paint dried up on the felt tip part of it, and this was the original color. That's why I bought it. I wanted this color, but now I have this greenish one, which is not a bad color, but how am I supposed to like use it for my weekly weekly marking? And I haven't even checked if the other side is still like the good color. Oh, the other side is still the good color. Okay, so I guess I have two colors now, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but I honestly don't understand what the hell happened and if it's gonna just dry out. As you can see, this is the same marker. Even in this, you know, like shitty lighting, you can see it's two different colors. So is it like, does this happen often with Tombow? Because no one ever said that, not in any videos that I watched. No one ever complained about that, so I'm surprised. But also, still, I mean, it's good. It's good. It's just I'm surprised, and I'm not sure if I should buy another one from this color because I still want the, you know, like this color to be the here as well. Okay, so this is how I do my readings now, and I still do the weekly reading and the daily pulls. And I didn't talk about it in my previous the tag that we did, the end of the year tarot tag. I forgot to do that, but I decided to use the Dungeons and Dragons deck as my weekly deck for the whole year, and I want to stick with it, but we'll see. But yeah, and I trimmed it. I didn't want to completely trim it. I wanted to keep a border around, actually, and I wanted to use the back and use that as the trimming guide, which would have left a tiny black border around the card, which I really liked, actually. But I don't know if this is just me, but the guillotine cutter, the Fiskars, this is my second one, and the one that I bought for the second time, it still does that. It's not completely like in the right 45 degrees when I put the card, you know, like on top of the guide, the plastic guide. So, you know, I couldn't keep it as straight as I wanted, so in the end I just had to remove the whole thing. But it's annoying because in theory, this is a really good one, and I know Michelle uses it, and she never, you know, complained about it. So I don't know if I'm the really like not good at using it, or this is the second time that I got one that is like faulty. I don't know. I ordered them in from, I think the first one from Germany, or the first one came from the UK, the second from Germany, because it's not even sold in Hungary. But I'm just, I don't know, I'm just disappointed, and I don't know if there's a better option, because it's not like I want to spend money on getting a cutter again, but this is not something that's reliable for me, so I don't know what to do. If you have a better suggestion, or if it's just, you know, I'm the one who doesn't know how to use it properly, because maybe I am, maybe you're not supposed to put it on the top, maybe you align it with, you know, the lines on the board or something like that. Please do let me know, because I would like to get something that actually works properly, because this is not. But yeah, so I have a few decks, not necessarily anything. I'm looking at them right now. I don't think I have anything in mind that I want to necessarily trim besides that one, so I'm not in a hurry with it. I also, it's been a while that I read for other people. I mean, I do the occasionally, my colleagues, friends in the office can be, you know, like, okay, everybody, when we're just the four of us or whatever, then I have the Light Sears, the pocket edition in the office, because I was like, okay, if you want to read for yourself, just read for yourself. So I do read for them, but not as often. And it was interesting that the opportunity came to read for someone that I wasn't that familiar with, wasn't friends with the person, and I wasn't expecting to be that nervous about it, but I was really like second guessing for myself that, that, you know, if it's gonna be a good enough reading, if I'm actually gonna be able to help someone, because I don't know them that well. So I'm not saying I wasn't confident in myself per se, but I was definitely second guessing everything. So, but in the end, it turned out it was a good reading. At least, you know, I was told that it was useful, and there were some things that were in the cards that were, you know, in the person's head and stuff like that. You know, there were just synchronicities and all that. So it was a very, very good experience for me, and it just made me miss reading for others even more. So not yet, because I really want to be a little more hermity, but probably when the weather is gonna be better, warmer, I will try to figure out a way to get back into reading for other people, maybe through YouTube, which I enjoy, but I would definitely like to do some face-to-face readings, because those are different. I really enjoy them, but I don't know how, because, you know, Hungary is not necessarily that open to. I'm not saying, you know, I would be like shunned or anything, but I don't know. I don't know how I want to approach this. But yeah, we will see, because who knows? By the time maybe by the time the weather is gonna be warmer, I'm gonna be like, I don't care. I don't want to read anymore. So I'm not making any promises to anyone, and that's me. But yeah. I think this is I'm reading. I'm not writing per se, but I'm working on getting back into the rhythm. There were a few times when I actually started working on a story which I really missed. I missed writing. I just missed the feeling. Like, really, I know that it sounds pretentious, but the float state. If you haven't read the book, The Flow, read it. It's I think it's very interesting, and you know, it's half Hungarian. I think the guy half, or he was Hungarian, moved out to Canada. So the author, and I'm not gonna, you know, say his name because you can't recognize on paper, so there's no point. But yeah, that's how I feel when I write. But what I need to do is get back into the mornings. I need to get up earlier and actually write, which I'm working on. So we will see. But yeah, this is the last few months, and I'm wearing my university sweater because why not? Which I bought promptly after I finished. You know, after I graduated, I bought myself a university sweater. So maybe I will do this again. But yeah, this is all for the last few months, and hopefully I will post one after March is up. We'll see. I will do my best. But yeah, if this is interesting and you watched it, then thank you so much, because you could watch with my beautiful tulips. You know, look at the beautiful tulips instead of me. So, but yeah, thank you so much for being here, and I do appreciate everyone who watches these videos and leaves kind comments, because that matters. So, if you like what you see, please comment down below something wonderful that, no, maybe that's, you know, too much. Maybe just something nice that happened to you today, because let's try to focus on the positive, because we need to. We really need to. And subscribe.